And just in case, we are recording as well as streaming. Because I don't trust the internet anymore. Okay, so last time we kind of left things over with a cliffhanger. Guys, we're in the Violet Vale and had just been...
I'm back.
Welcome back. We had just been attacked by the big Pale Stalker guy. Big giant creature come rushing out of the woods.
I don't think we're in combat yet. I think it was
We were like at roll initiative when
we
we
were
stopped.
very close to start it. Yeah, it was rushing at you, and you had a limited amount of time to figure out what you were going to do.
He was going full ball at you.
So before we get started with that, I want everybody to go ahead and take 1 XP from me from reading some of the rules on GM intrusions.
Oh, I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, the dream sequence we had previously. Technically, could have been one.
So when I get 1 more experience, am I just tier 2 then?
Yes. When you get enough, when you buy all 4 things, you automatically go up to tier 2.
Did I do it? Did I steal one?
Let's see. It shows you have 3.
Yeah, I had 2 before, so we're good.
Just have to remember when, and if Corbin shows up, that he needs one.
He just said he won't be able to make it.
Okay. Kind of figured he was having some technical issues.
I'm stoked for him that he's getting to see his family.
Okay, so burning up my notes. Why don't everyone, as this thing's rushing at you, give me a perception check at difficulty. Let's do 2.
Okay.
How far away is it?
It's still a long distance away. It's coming through the trees.
Starting strong.
Okay.
That one.
Well, I'm not gonna roll that.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
You notice, as this thing's rushing towards you, that the creature seems a little off. There's something strange about it. And at first you can't put your finger on it, but as it starts to get closer, you can make out something strange going on with its body. You can see contorted human faces projecting from its midsection, and there's like fingers dangling from its shoulders, not like dangling, like hanging off of it, but like it's coming out of its body. Like you can, as it's running, you catch the vague outline of an arm, like bulging underneath its skin on its thigh. And between its legs, you see a group of people behind it in the tree line. That looks remarkably similar to you and your companions.
Like they're us.
Like doppelgangers?
You can't really tell it, but they seem to be dressed the same way as you. There's 4 of them, and they're looking on back at the back of the creature confusedly. And now roll initiative.
Alright.
Remember to click your token.
Oh, level 2 or what?
Doesn't matter.
See, and I need to get my character sheet up for the creature.
Oh shit, I didn't roll. I roll?
Yeah, just do it again and I'll change it for you.
Alright. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't click on the damn some bitch.
It's okay, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks for me. 2. Something like that. It's been a while.
Wrong number. Okay. Where's it going? Okay, so it looks like it's going to be the creature first. And it's going to spend its movement rushing towards you. So it's going to take it another turn before it's able to catch you. It's now a short distance away. And you see it's running through trees like it's a ghost. And there's a couple of human-sized rocks, boulders strewn about the area since you're in kind of a close to the you're in the mountain pass, so yeah, it's kind of rocky mixed in with the trees, and it seems to it doesn't run through the rocks, it runs around the rocks, but all the vegetation is just running through like it's not there.
Now, what's the distance away from us, is it?
Let's see, short distance is
Or 20
50 feet. It's 50 feet.
Okay. Well,
And that's its turn. So, Ferrum, you're up.
1 second.
I feel like maybe it can move through organic material. Means it's probably gonna hit me like a truck.
Have I seen it move around any rocks?
Yes.
Yeah, your vision goes out to 50 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Do I see any rocks nearby that I would be able to climb up on?
Yeah, you could climb up on them, but yeah, the creature's 15 feet tall, and you would still be within reach of it. There's nothing taller than 15 feet.
And there's no huge boulder covering a large area.
No, it's about 6 feet up to maybe 8 feet size boulders. There's a few of them. It's more trees and those strange purple plants than it is rocks. But there are a few that you could duck and cover behind.
Okay.
Maybe climb a tree.
Unless the trees are extremely tall, I don't think that's the best idea.
Well, I mean, if he goes through them, maybe he can't climb them.
Do we see any tall trees?
Yeah, there's lots of trees around you.
Any extremely old and huge tree that you would be able to climb more than 15 feet?
Yeah, there's one about 20 feet from you. So I remember right, you were kind of like a little clearing, surrounded by trees.
Yeah. If I move 10 feet towards that tree, would I still be able to? Am I still in short range of the monster?
Yeah. 10 feet. Once you get into within 10 feet, you're in immediate range.
Yeah, no. But
Okay.
I'm just wondering if I can move 10 feet and still be within 50 feet of it.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna move 10 feet towards that tree. So I'm just gonna do this.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use a blowgun to attack it.
Okay, you're going to attack it. It's a difficulty 7.
Okay.
Yeah, the dart actually pings off its leg. Doesn't seem to do any damage to it at all. And
Oh, wow.
it's still rushing at you.
Oh, okay, you didn't roll a big roll.
Anything else you're gonna do?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so are you at the base of the tree, or did you start climbing up?
No. You said it. You said it was 20 feet away, so I only.
Oh yeah, you only
10
went 10?
feet.
Yeah, okay. Alright, Kato, you're up.
Okay. Is there any rocks between me and him?
Yeah, there's a rock about 10 feet.
Okay. Let me get behind it and prepare my beat stick to attack. Can I do that? Am I already in action?
Yes, you can.
Like I'm gonna sit out of vision, and as soon as he comes around, or he's close enough, I'm gonna jump out.
Alright.
Running the 10 towards him and behind that rock.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Preparing the ambush. And T-Bone, you're up.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna stick that son of a bitch with an arrow. And here we go. It's still difficulty 2.
You're doing a melee or a ranged attack? Because he's what did I say, 50 feet away from you still?
Yeah, that should be higher than
Yeah.
level 2.
So he is a difficulty 7 to attack.
Oh, shit. Well, we'll see what goes. I'll probably miss.
Yeah, you're. I'm gonna let you change that if you want to, because a difficulty 7 means you need to roll a 21. So you just a normal attack, you won't be able to make that unless you use some effort.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Now, how badass is this creature? So if I become within melee range, well, I can't. I can only go 10 feet. All right, I'm gonna cancel this and just go 10 feet closer to him, or just like one space up.
Okay.
Or should I not? What do you guys think? Bro,
Maybe keep your distance, buddy.
okay, I'm gonna keep my distance from the guy. I'm just gonna use that as a turn. There's just no way I can hit him.
Now, if you want to, you can try and use a level of effort to make it one step easier to hit.
How do you do that?
Alright, so on your character sheet,
He'll.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Okay, on the character sheet where it says action,
Yeah.
you got the difficulty 7 right, right to the right of where it says difficulty. There's a roll F.
Yep, I see
Put
that.
put that as a 1,
Then re-roll.
and then re-roll.
That's sweet. Correct.
Nope.
Nah, I don't think I did. Oh shit, hell no. Apply cost to API.
Yeah, click
Yep.
that. Okay, so yep, you let off a shot and it goes a little wide. It's moving kind of fast. And it's hard to track it. And yeah, so you still got some movement. You can try to move away. Gotta take some cover.
I'm gonna take one step back. Or two, or whatever I can do. Like one would probably be in this size of the map. Probably one space would equal like 10.
Yeah, so yeah, you can move 10 feet and still attack. So since you attacked it, you can move 10 feet away from it.
Yes, sir. I'm 10 feet away. I'm 60 feet away.
Okay. The Stalker's turn, and he's going to rush up his movement. He's going to move another 20 feet.
So he pops around the boulder?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to see you. He's running, trying to run
Okay.
past.
Hit him with the beat stick.
Difficulty 7. Apply any effort that you have, if you want to, and go for it.
Okay, this is gonna be hard.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yep, that's a fail. It just bounces right off his kneecap and doesn't seem to phase him. And
Seconds. I'm letting my dogs out.
okay. And with that, he seems to notice you, and he's going to try and strike back at you as his attack action.
Alright, so he's done.
And that's going to be a difficulty 7 speed defense.
Damn. I get an asset for shield.
So you'll take 4 points of damage. It's one of his clawed hands comes and backhands you.
Okay, so it's definitely real.
I was starting to think he might be an illusion because none of us can hit his
Yeah.
ass.
And he was running through trees.
Yeah.
Alright, Ferrum, you're up.
It's a little weird.
I'm gonna move towards the tree and see if I can climb it.
Okay, give me a difficulty 2 might check. Oh, that low roll. So yeah, you jump at one of the low branches and just miss.
I guess that's my action, right?
No, I'll allow you to do an attack. I'll just count that as a move action.
Can I use my action to try again?
Sure.
And I'm gonna do that.
Wow. That was really close.
How
Yep.
close did you get, bro?
It was one number off.
Oh, damn. This is definitely a boss battle.
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't know
This
if we should stick around, fellas.
This does seem like a very tough creature.
I think we should run, because there's no way we're going to hit this sumbitch. He's going to beat the shit out of us.
Why do you think I'm trying to climb?
Okay, Kato, you're up.
Okay, how far away is he from me? Is he still right next to me?
Yeah, he's in immediate range of you now.
Bap. With the stick. Here we go. Oh man.
Nope, you misjudged the swing and miss him.
And I'm gonna take off towards wherever we appeared from.
Okay. And T-Bone.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm beating it.
Okay. And I want everyone to take another XP from me.
All right.
So
What was that, Ferrum?
I asked what the reason for the experience.
You'll see once I give out the last one.
We're taking an XP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, as you all turn and start to run away from it, the scenery around you shifts. And now you're looking at the creature's backside as it's running away from you. And give me a perception check, difficulty 2, everyone.
All right. Perception check.
Oh my god, I just cannot roll today.
I think I was in the same boat.
Okay, Ferrum and Buddy. You're a little. Kato seems a little disoriented, but the two of you just happen to be looking in the right direction when the transition happened, and you can see yourselves in front of the creature. You're now deeper into the forest line, and you see the creature just running out of the forest line into the clearing, charging at yourselves.
Okay, we're in a time loop.
And the creature's now a long distance away from you and hasn't noticed you yet.
Let's move towards the forest deeper.
Yeah, let's head towards that tower if we can see it.
Also,
Seem
by
to
the
be
way,
getting closer.
don't forget to remove that effort, otherwise you will have to apply it every time.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I see where he hit it. Okay, so you're able to sneak away. Actually, give me a difficulty 2 stealth check if you have any training in stealth, or otherwise it's just a speed. Everybody, if you're going to try and get away.
I guess it's harder for me since I'm covering the blisters, right?
You said difficulty 3?
2.
Okay, 2.
Yeah, are those things screaming?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't let out a scream yet.
Oh shit! I have
Okay.
stealth.
That's good.
Hold on.
Come on, you motherfucker. Yes.
That's a nice one.
Is the stealth check a bit harder for me because I have those, blisters from last time?
Yeah, we'll say it's one step harder for you. You're trying to take extra care, make sure none of them pop.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
Thank God I played that effort.
Okay, yes, you're all able to sneak away, and if you happen to look over your shoulder as you're slinking through the woods towards the north, you'll see that the creature is engaged in combat with yourselves. So you got a few minutes before it notices something is awry, and you're able to get away cleanly. Okay, so if you guys want to, we can say that you guys can spend your XP if you want while you're moving.
I would like to do that.
Figured you
I'm
would.
gonna use a recovery roll.
Okay.
Alright, let's go back up.
Let's see. T-Bone, how close are you to tearing up? This will be your third purchase.
Yes, sir. Third.
Do I recover what I increased?
No, that's a
Would
good
I gain?
question.
Would I gain the points that I just gained, or would I just be where I'm at?
I think that you just increase your maximum.
Okay.
And also, your recovery roll should change from 1d6 plus 1 to 1d6 plus 2. That 1 is your tier level. So if you're tier 2, it should be plus 2.
Right.
You also get a free ability for leveling up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the book. It'll tell me what I get.
First, tier 2 character.
What do you think would help the team out best for me to increase? You think if I attack better or something with it doing with attack?
You have, buddy.
Let's see, he's purchased an ability, Danger Sense, so he can't get another ability this time. He increased his pools.
Get a speed edge, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
an
he's already
edge.
got an edge.
He can get a
Get
second
a-
one.
He's already got 2.
You can't he get a second effort level?
Yep, he can purchase second level effort. I think he can get.
Buddy, did you level up your edge before?
No.
No, he increased his stat pools and he bought the skill Danger Sense.
Did he start with 2 edge?
Maybe some of them start in edge and 2 pools.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's
good.
a seeker, so I
I'd
think-
take. If I was you, I'd take an edge in speed, buddy.
Okay. That's what
I would-
That'll make it cost less for you to do stuff.
How much is that? Only 2, right?
So whenever you use effort, it only costs 1 from now on.
Oh, okay.
I would say next time you should take effort.
Make the effort
So
cheaper.
what's this
first.
one? So I did edge, right?
Yeah.
Edge.
Yep.
Yep, speed edge.
And I can't upgrade twice, can I?
No, it costs
Not
4
right
points. So
Oh, okay.
I'll have to take 4 points from you.
Alright. One more. Uno más, por favor.
And so that should make your speed abilities. Cheaper to use if you decide to use effort. And Kato.
I am now trained in stealth and have a tricks of the trade called Opportunist.
Ooh. What does Opportunist do for you?
Creature is damaged, I get an asset.
Oh, nice.
I think. Let me just check that. You can keep going while I sort this shit out.
Okay, so you guys are heading north through the woods for about 5 minutes, and then you hear a sound behind you, and you see it's the creature. He's back on your trail. Just as he's starting to get dangerously close to you, he flickers and disappears again, and then far to the north you hear a very loud, furious roar. And for about 20 minutes or so of travel, confusing travel for you guys, you experience a couple more flickering yourself where you're bouncing around. It's a little disorienting. It is getting dark, so you do have starlight and moonlight coming through the trees that you can kind of judge your direction. But it's very confusing and disconcerting because the moon is popping in different positions through the sky. But eventually, you come across a clearing. After wandering around in the dark, you come upon a perfectly round metal shaft descending down into the ground. There's no plants growing around the edges for about 3 feet. And the pit seems to be 30 feet across and 80 feet deep. There's no leaves or dirt that seems
How
to
far
be in the
across?
pit. It's 30 feet across.
It's just an empty hole.
Yeah, you look down and you don't see any like leaves or dirt inside it. It's actually give me a perception check, difficulty 2. It is kind of dark. You got any sorts of sources of light?
Oh my
I get-
god!
And
I guess the darkness doesn't bother me.
yeah, Ferrum,
I have dark vision as well.
it's a difficulty 2 perception. And Ferrum, your vision goes down to
Buddy.
50 feet. Holy crap, buddy. At 20.
He's the Batman.
So yeah, it seems to keep going further than 50 feet. You can't see the bottom.
Okay.
But it doesn't the metal sides don't seem to be corroded. It's been exposed to elements for who knows how long, but it's still in like pristine new shape.
Like a slide, like a kid's slide, right?
Yeah, you don't see any seams. It's just a solid metal sheet that's in a big 30-foot circle sphere. And buddy, you can see the bottom down to 80 feet, and it's just a flat surface.
Now that wouldn't be good. Go down.
And there does seem to be with that 20, you see on the far side, the northern side of the pit, there seems to be something tied to a nearby tree, and it's hanging off the edge of the pit, going down into the pit. So I guess like some sort of vine or rope or something.
And maybe somebody's tied up down there. You hear that, Jolly?
Does it look like there's any way to climb down? Is it just like... What are the walls like?
It's just flat metal.
Okay.
And Ferrum,
Yep.
you, with your great vision, you notice that there's someone on the northern side behind a tree, crouched down,
Can I see
peeking
what-
at you guys.
Is it a human? Or
Yeah,
is it-
it's
what's-
human shaped.
how far away is it?
It's about 40 feet away. It's close to where that rope is tied.
So it's on the other side of this hole.
Right.
I whispered to others that we should split up because there's someone on the other side hiding behind a rock. See if we can flank him. If one go left and two go right, we can maybe take him. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So you who's going left, who's going right?
I'll go left, I guess.
All right.
I go right with T-Bone.
I can defend myself, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really combat focused.
Before we moved on, could I have made a repair check while we were recovering?
Yeah, because y'all traveled, was it 20, 25 minutes, something I said?
Yeah.
Yep. Y'all needed to make any recovery rolls y'all could have used that time.
I need to recover a total of 13, but I'm only gonna do 6 right now. No, I'll do 5 right now. Don't fight
Alright.
me. Yeah, we're good.
Damn, good job.
When it counts, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So the next one will be a bit harder.
Okay, and are y'all going to try and do this stealthily, or you're just going to walk normally?
I'm gonna try to do it stealthily because I have perfect vision of where the person is. So if he moves, I can see it.
I'll try and stealth a bit.
Okay, so this is going to be he already seems to be looking in y'all's direction, so let's do a difficulty 3.
Stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ato
That's a good roll, man.
is one with the night.
gonna roll stealth as well.
And yeah, Ferrum, he seems to be tracking you. His head's moving as you're moving through the brush. And you actually, what's that?
I was gonna say he probably doesn't see me as a threat since I'm a lone female without an invisible weapon.
Yeah, he doesn't seem spooked at the moment, but he is watching to see what you're doing. And with your vision, you probably could make out some more details of him as you get closer. You can notice that his clothes seem to be tattered and ratty. He's been exposed to the elements for a while.
Do you look familiar?
No.
Okay, so he hasn't seen me, right?
No.
All right, I'm gonna try and go around behind him and kind of pincer him in between me and the rest of the party.
Yep, you were able to slink around the side, and yeah, he's watching Ferrum. You continue to try to stealth once he notices, once he seems that he's following you, Ferrum, or do you just, what do you do?
I'm gonna slowly walk toward him, but not. I'm gonna walk in a pace that lets the other get to him before me, because I can see them, moving around. So I'm gonna, in a slowly pace,
Okay.
walk toward him.
And
So
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to be sure that, for example, Kato can sneak up behind him, and so I don't spook him, since he doesn't seem to be spooked by me.
Okay. Actually, T-Bone and Kato,
Yeah.
why don't you both give me a D4 roll? And
Okay.
1 and 2 will be Kato, and 3 and 4 will be Buddy.
What's this for?
See who's going to reach the guy first.
Sorry,
Oh, I don't intend to jump him or anything.
Okay. Yeah, but you're
Just
able to get
like-
up there to him.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
What did you
moving.
say?
Well, he'd get there before me since I'm moving around behind.
Okay, so
It'll take me a bit longer.
Buddy, you're able to get to the guy before Kato. You see him as you come up through the bushes. He's crouched down behind a tree, with his hands on the trunk, and he's watching Ferrum intently. And his clothing is all torn. You can kind of make out some partially healed wounds. He's got scratches all over his exposed skin, like he's just been running through briar bushes or something.
I want to sneak up and grab him by the mouth, like my hands around his mouth, and just tell him, "Hey, no, we're no harm." But I don't want him to scream to alert everything around us.
Okay, so this is going to be a grapple.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an asset since he doesn't know that you're there. But it's going to be let's make it a difficulty 2.
Is this strength?
Yeah, this would be a might check if you don't have a.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you're able to get up and get your arms around him, clamp a hand over his mouth, and he tries to scream, but it comes out muffled between your fingers, and he starts trying to struggle, but he seems to be held firmly in your grasp.
I just want to tell him, "Hey, man, we're not here to hurt you. We're what's on here?"
All you hear is, and he's shaking. He's struggling, trying to get out.
I'm gonna tell him.
He's got his
"Stop."
hand over
I'll
his
yell,
mouth.
and I'll let you go.
Oh, wait. Can't answer you if he's gagged.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, kind of like, just kind of, If you're understanding me, just know I'll let you go, but you can't scream.
He struggles for a little bit more. Then once he realizes you can't get away, he tries to nod his head.
But I slowly release his mouth.
He whips his head around and tries to look behind him. Who are you? What are you doing? Leave me alone.
Can I see anything in the distance on the other side of where we came from? So like we're in his behind me now, since I came up behind him.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything in the area.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye out. I'm gonna stay hidden.
I'm gonna walk up since Timo got him.
Okay, yeah. So he looks at you and kind of glances over his shoulder, like, what are you doing? Why are you here? Did you see it? Did it follow you?
See what?
It. I've heard it.
What's
I've been hearing it. I don't know what it is. It's huge.
Oh yeah, it followed us, but we managed to escape. I think I know what you mean.
You can't escape it. It killed them. All of them.
Well, we managed to escape due to the nature of this area. With the teleportation and stuff.
He kind of starts to giggle a little bit. Yes, this place is crazy. Can't get away. Every time I try, I end up somewhere else, but not here. Here is safe.
Do you know what's down there in the hole?
Nothing.
Who's the rope for?
It's for me. It's safe down there.
So you don't mind if I pull it up?
No.
Okay. Are you here alone?
He shoulders kind of slumps and he starts to sob a little bit. Yes. I'm all alone for days. All alone. That creature. He killed him. And he chased me. I ran. And now I'm stuck. You're stuck too. We're all stuck. Until it catches us.
Why don't you start from the beginning and tell us who you are and how you ended up here and what you're doing here?
Whoever. Does it matter? We're all gonna die. You can't get away from it. Who are you?
Well, I'm Farim. Nice to meet you.
Man, with attitude like that, of course you're gonna die. But at least we can try to go down. If we're gonna die, I'm gonna die fighting.
That's what the others. Now they're one with the creature.
So, I think I'm gonna kill it.
Why did you travel to this area? What's your purpose here?
He eyes you. He gets his eyes narrow a little bit, and he kind of looks at you like, "What is your purpose in the area? Who are you working for? Are you working for the Baron?"
No.
Give me a difficulty 2 deception.
Can I use persuading?
Yeah, you can use any of your skills that might be applicable. Wow. He doesn't seem to trust you.
How close is he to a pit?
He's only about 5-10 feet from it. He was behind a tree next to it.
Can I use Coke's information? This one.
It's always active, isn't it?
No, I have to.
Yeah, you can.
activate it.
Yeah, you can activate it, but it doesn't use an action. He can still do another action. It just costs 1 point.
Right.
Yeah. You guys, you've been talking to him for a while. You can use that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so yeah, while you're talking to him, he says that I'm Gordon, if you must know. We were running to get away from the Baron. We had to find her. We couldn't let the Baron get her.
Who are you talking about?
And his eyes kind of get a little hazy, like he's not seeing you anymore, and a little sigh lets out. He lets out a little sigh, and he's like, "Cinter."
Do you know where Cinter is?
No, we were trying to find her.
And trying to kill us.
Kill you?
We found your camp.
I don't even know you. Wait. And his head kind of cocks a little bit to the side. Serum?
Yes.
Why would I try to kill you, Serum?
Because you don't like my relationship with Cinter. You're envious of it.
He kind of huffs. What do you know about what I think of Cinter?
No. Please enlighten me. You have to be more specific what you mean.
He just kind of starts going into a tirade about how no one ever trusts him. How all the others are out to get him, and then he starts talking about how wonderful Cinter is. Kind of get the indication that journal that you guys found might be his.
Yeah, that's what I realized when I said I found this camp. In the journal, didn't he talk bad about Sarum?
No, it didn't seem to mention Serum. There were some other people that he mentioned. How they were trying to basically hold him down. They were out to sabotage his position or something.
I'm gonna pull out the journal.
Are you still holding him, T-Bone?
What's that?
Are you still got him in a grapple?
No, I'm kind of letting him off a little bit, kind of, but I still got my hand kind of like touching his shoulder, letting him know, you screw up, man, I'm gonna ball you up.
Okay. since his hands are free, and when you pull out the journal, he's like, "That's mine!" And he lunges for it.
I'm gonna step back so he can't take it.
Okay, yeah, you can keep it out of his way. He's physically shaking. He seems to be exhausted, hungry, and kind of frightened. His eyes are darting around all over the place. And he makes another attempt to go towards you to get the journal. He's like, "That doesn't belong to you."
Where are the rest of the people you thought writing about in the book?
You've seen the creature.
Yes.
They're one with the creature now. It absorbed them. And he kind of collapses down on the ground and slams his fist into the dirt. And he's like, it was so fast. 12-foot tall monstrosity just came barreling through the woods, passing through the trees like a ghost. It was on us before we even knew there was a threat, and
It's actually larger now. It's 15 feet now.
he's like, he started nodding. He's like, yeah, it picked him up with that claw, and poor Hera's, it stuffed him into his chest. It just melded right through its skin. When it turned on us, we could see his face moving underneath the skin, his mouth open in a silent scream, but then it was on us. I don't really remember much after that, other than the screams and the roars. I ran. I've been running ever since.
Well, what can you tell us about the hold?
It's safe here. Creature
How
doesn't
far
come.
down did you say it was?
What was that?
How far down did you say it was?
Buddy would be able to tell you if you voiced that out loud. He saw.
80 feet.
Yeah.
It was 80 feet, wasn't it?
Correct.
80 feet, amigo.
Have you been at the bottom?
Yes, I sleep down there.
So, what's down there?
Nothing.
Can we tell if this son bitch is lying?
You can try to make a intellect check if you have any sort of skills for receiving
do.
lies.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it'll be a difficulty too.
Alright.
Mike, don't forget to take back Kato's XP.
Oh, right, yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Is that what you want?
He does not seem to be
One more.
lying. Yeah, it's behind my turn order thing.
He seems just crazy. Been out. I asked him, how long have you been there?
Couple of days, I think. It's hard to tell. I ran for a long time, and first I was here, then I wasn't there, and then I was over somewhere else, and the sun was one place of the sky, then it was in another, and then it was night, then it was day. I don't know. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna get?
Do you know where Sinter was headed?
He shook his head. He shakes his head. No, he's like, We tracked her as far as the camp and didn't get a chance to go further before the creature.
What do you know about Sinter's plan?
Just that she was trying to get rid of the Baron and stop him from mistreating the town. We were on the verge of success, and then her disguise slipped. And they found out that she wasn't human. Half of the followers, half of the star turned on her.
So you have no idea where she went.
No, Serum wondered that she needed to run.
Yes, I did, but after that, I lost contact with her, so I'm trying to find her.
You talked to her more than anyone else. You should know.
Yes, but all this teleportation stuff has made my memory a bit fuzzy.
It's like he starts to nod, and you hear in the distance a roar, and he jumps and he starts scrambling for the rope. We must go. We must go. Can't stay here. Can't stay. We must go down.
Where's the roar come from?
It seemed to come somewhere from the east.
Is that where I was looking, or
No.
which way was I looking in?
I
To the
think y'all are on the northern side of the lip, so maybe south,
Yep,
southish,
to the north.
the north. Yeah. Oh yeah, you said you were looking behind him. Yeah. So yeah, you're looking to the north.
I say we should climb down then.
Going to stay hidden. For now.
Okay. So yeah, if y'all let him, he goes and grabs the rope and he starts shimmying down into the pit.
T-Bone, are you gonna stay up here or you gonna climb down?
I'm gonna climb down with you guys.
Okay. Give me a difficulty 2 might check to climb down.
Alright.
You got any sort of skills at climbing or any sort of tools that may help you?
Oh, let me
The
check.
rope?
What's that? Yeah, it's going down
Does
the rope.
help? Does that give him an asset, or is it just that's...
I got an explorer's pack.
We'll say yeah, you can get an asset. Looks like the guy has tied knots into the rope to help him get down.
Ouch.
Oh boy.
I'm falling and bust my ass.
That means I need to look up and see if the cheat sheet says anything about fall damage.
I'm roll new characters.
I
Oh, it did. I
That-
remember we saw it. But I don't remember what it was. I think it was 1 for every 10 feet.
Yeah. That's so it's 8. 8 damage.
Don't set it out yet, buddy. Just double checking.
I think that's what it sounded right. I mean, I think you're right. I'm still getting this because I'll read the instructions, but yet it's not clicking because a lot of the stuff I haven't done yet, so I don't really understand what it's. My mind don't work that way, but like D&D, when I read a new book, no big deal.
Yeah, it comes natural.
I'm not seeing it. Let's see if the core book says about falling.
I'm pretty sure you said it was 1 per 10 feet.
That sounds good. Yep, we'll do that. So that would be 8 points from your might pool.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, y'all see T-Bone go over the edge and almost immediately loses grips, and he falls down, arms windmilling, and he actually lands on Grodin.
That's that other
that's his
feller, right?
So yeah, take give yourself back two might points. He cushions your fall a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Kato and recap everything he said. And
I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure you heard it.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm close enough.
And I also, Kato, what's your plan? Are you gonna stay up here or?
I'm keeping an eye out for the creature.
Okay. What will you do if the creature would show up?
I don't know.
Okay. I would suggest that you, if the creature come up, you would choose to survive. If you go down, no one will be able to take down Sinter.
Don't worry, I will not go down here.
Okay. After that, I'm gonna climb down the hole.
Okay, same thing. Give me a might check. Okay, yeah. After seeing T-Bone, you take extra care, and you're able to get down to the bottom. And when you get down there, you see that there's off to one side. He's made a small little camp. He's tried to build a campfire. There's some stones down there and a few twigs. He's tried to put together a fire with limited success. He's brought down some leaves and stuff and tried to make a bed. It's got a metal floor, and yeah, there's no leaves or dirt down there other than what he seems to have brought with him.
Okay.
And T-Bone, when you pick yourself up, he doesn't seem to be moving.
Oh, the feller.
Oh no.
I check him out, like check to see how bad he's jacked up.
He doesn't seem to be breathing.
Try to do CPR. Would I know that?
Do you have any training in CPR or healing of any type?
Hell no.
Doesn't mean you can't try. Have you seen some of those videos of some people that were trying to revive a dead guy, holding him up and kicking him in the back and jumping on him? You can totally try that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna see if I can sense his pulse. Or hear his heart beating since I have acute hearing.
Yeah, wait, you went down? I thought you were still with me.
Yeah.
No, he made it down.
Okay.
You hear a slight heartbeat. It's ragged and very slow.
Can I like reach my hand in through his chest, kind of like on the Flash, and kind of tap his heart a few times to get it to go?
What does your ability say? Does it say that it's only inanimate objects, or
I have no
You
idea.
moved through a wall.
I know
It's through
you
wall.
can go through
Yeah.
walls, but I don't know if it's biological.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Also, I don't think you can go out of phase until you're through whatever you go through.
Yeah,
so-
he's got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't say anything about. It says physical barriers.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think that means like people. You might be able to
Okay.
get that later on.
yeah.
You'd have to look at your higher tiered skills, but it looks like this one is just through physical walls and barriers.
I say we should put him out of his misery.
Isn't he dead?
No, he's barely alive.
Oh.
And T-Bone, you go through with your plan to revive him.
Yeah.
You explain to me exactly what it is that you're doing.
I'm like doing chest compressions on his chest.
Give me
Yeah, but then again, my character wouldn't know that. Though.
give me a difficulty 4 might check.
Okay. No asset.
No,
Okay.
unless Ferrum knows anything about healing.
No, I don't.
Man, I'm bowling it again.
You as you're pressing down on his chest, you hear a snap, and
Gone.
a hiss of air comes out between his teeth, and yeah, he's still.
Yeah, he gone.
I'm gonna listen again to see if I can notice any heartbeats.
You hear nothing.
Okay.
Probably
Also,
hear internal bleeding.
Also, Ormulu is completely different from a human's anatomy, So even if I knew, I would probably wouldn't know how a human works.
Yeah.
I don't know how
True.
I work.
Probably do have a heart though.
Yeah, but it might be in some different place and everything.
It's in your left arm.
Okay, so yeah, poor Grodin is no more, but his sacrifice wasn't in vain. He saved you from your fall, T-Bone.
Okay. That's cool. I dig that.
It might have been for the best as well. He was batshit crazy by now, and he was barely hanging on.
Okay, so what are you guys going to do now? You have a campsite?
I'm just waiting to hear the creature. Try and get some view on it.
And
I'm gonna set.
it's starting to get late as well.
Yes, I was gonna say I'm gonna set up my tent and go to sleep.
Oh, that's
Does
right,
it
y'all
sound
brought
like-
tents.
Yeah.
Colin would do the same.
Corbin has a tent as well.
Yeah, a tent fits 2 people, so you can use the same as I did use.
Awesome.
So you're going to camp for the night, y'all can go ahead and use up the rest of your rolls,
So
your
the creature
recovery
doesn't
rolls.
come?
You haven't seen him, no.
Okay.
Throughout the night, you hear sounds that could be the creature, or it could be other wildlife, but you don't hear anything close.
Alright, Corbin's gonna help me with my repair. As usual.
Can he really do that?
Yeah, he's been doing it this whole campaign.
I just meant since he's not here.
Well, that's up to me.
I'll say that he would help out. That's probably the most interaction we'll have him do, since he's not
Okay.
here. He'll be a silent partner.
Yep. Sorry, that's Oh.
Use 2 efforts.
I did not mean to, but I'll roll with it.
Can you use 2 effort? Oh, yeah. You're level 2. You're tier 2. That's going to take some getting used to. Okay, I need to take a quick little break, and then when we
Okay.
get back, we'll see what happens during the night and upon the day. So yeah, you'll go ahead and use up the rest of your rolls.
Take this time to pat your cat, walk your dog and get a refill of your favorite beverage. We will return to the fun and action shortly.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Everyone else ready too?
I'm ready to roll.
How about Kato? Did he Take a
I'm
break. Okay. All right. So while you're sleeping, everyone that's in the pit and sleeping,
Kato said he moved down a bit when the monster didn't show up.
okay. So Kato, you don't really sleep, so this doesn't really pertain to you. But you notice the others toss and turn in their sleeps. They don't seem to be having very pleasant dreams. And the rest of you, you're indeed having strange dreams, and it seems like it's not of Earth. It's kind of hard to comprehend. There's like too many suns and moons in the sky, and there's weird colors that seem out of place, and some colors that you've never seen before and don't have a name for. And everywhere, the only thing that's vaguely familiar to you is that all around you, everywhere, are strange violet plants. And they seem to be singing a strange, unintelligible song.
In the dream, I'm gonna try to grasp one of the flowers.
Yeah, you grab it, and it just seems like a plant, but the song seems to get louder, and you can almost hear whispering. But you can't make out what it is. It's definitely not of any language that you know. And this goes on throughout the whole night. You just see one scene after another, and it doesn't always seem to be like the same planet. Like the stars and the moons and the sun change. Sometimes it's a red sun, sometimes it's a yellow sun, and there's one moon one instance, and there's two moons, and there's no moons. And when you wake up, you Kato, you see them when they wake up, they kind of groan and roll over and clutch their heads, kind of like they've been drinking too much and got a hangover. And Ferrum and Kato, Ferrum and T-Bone, I need y'all to make a intellect defense roll, difficulty 2.
How do I do that?
Same as usual.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of just shake your head and clear the fog and the cobwebs out, and don't seem to take any effects from those strange, vivid dreams.
I asked T-Bone if they experienced another weird dream about the plants and stuff like that.
What'd you say, brother? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I asked if you also had a strange dream.
Yeah, I did, Migo. I don't know what it was, but this is pretty crazy.
Okay, so yeah, it's morning time. You have a stiff dead body off to the side, and the rope going up. Sun is starting to poke through the clouds and the trees. No signs or sounds of the creature.
I tell Kato about the dream. And I also speculate that the flowers might be connected to dimension and time. And sometime with Tilbury, we may not be in the ninth world anymore.
Should we head towards flowers then?
Yeah, that's what I think.
We will be able to spot. Maybe we can see if we can see the tower you guys saw yesterday.
Yeah, is that still in view?
Yes. Actually, you can. Now that it's gotten daylight, y'all can hear to the west sounds of the river. And if y'all were to like maybe climb up one of the trees, you might be able to get a better lay of the land.
Yeah, I'll climb. I'm going to flex skill perception.
While he's climbing, I'm gonna sit down beneath the tree and write down everything that occurred in the dream.
Okay.
In my journal.
Yeah, give me a difficulty 2 might check for the climb.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, because of how badly I'm rolling, I'm gonna pop an F on that one. Worth it.
Okay, Kato, yeah, you make it up the tree and scanning around the horizon, you can see through the trees in the distance what looks like the tower to the north.
Can I determine how far away we are from the tower?
It's
How big
just
is it from here?
it looks like it's quite a distance away. Like it may take the better part of the day if you can avoid the effects of the flowers. It's probably it's probably about 20 miles or so.
So we're trying to avoid the flowers.
That's up to you guys. If y'all, I would make you roll, but you kind of seen the effects of the flowers. I'm pretty sure you figured out that.
Yep, it
moving
was
through 'em.
when we moved into the flowers we teleported the first time. So
yeah.
So you have the river. That you could possibly make some use of and figure out how.
You rolled twice, just so you know, kiddo. You remove the cost.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Also, I think T-Bone tried to climb, but failed.
Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like a bitch.
Yeah, you fell on your buttocks a little hard.
I wouldn't have been going that high, would I? Or...
No, you wouldn't. You didn't really take any damage. You just grabbed onto the trunk and kind of slid down. Bloop.
Is Kato able to see the river?
Yeah, it's within walking distance to the west.
Okay, I'm gonna scout ahead in that. I'll tell them that we should move possibly along the river, even through it if we need to stay away from the flowers. And then I'll start scouting ahead towards the river.
I scream up and ask if you can see the monster.
Do I see the monster at all?
Give me a difficulty 3 perception.
Three?
All of us
Don't forget you flexed for that.
Yeah, no, I've got it written on the
Now,
character.
just Kato.
Damn it! My favorite number.
Do you see no sign of the creature?
Okay, well, I'll just do what I said I was going to do.
So you're scouting out towards the river.
Yep, I'm going to move slowly towards the river, and if I see flowers at all, then I'm going to veer in a path that leads around them.
So you climb down again, right?
Yeah, I'm already down.
Okay.
Oh, do I need to make a check to get down?
No.
Yep,
That-
so I'll
that-
do that now.
That 17 was pretty good. It's not that far up for your robotic body.
I'll just start doing that.
Yeah,
I
it's,
asked Kato what he saw there.
Yeah, I told you guys that we should head towards the tower by the river.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Does the river run along the tower?
We couldn't see that much the
Okay.
last time we checked.
yeah. So if you
All
remember,
foresty.
y'all were pretty close to the tower at one point. Y'all were up there close to, if you look at the Violet Vale map. Yeah, y'all were up close to that that intersection of the rivers. And it's a little ways away from the river, right at the base of the mountains. And when you start scouting out, it's a little difficult to avoid the flowers. So if you're going to try to completely avoid them, it's going to be a...
Was it the yellow ones that teleported us?
No.
No, the yellow ones are toxic.
Okay, so if we can, I'd rather move through the toxic ones than the teleport ones.
Yeah, you
If that's a choice.
you haven't seen any more of the toxic ones since that one encounter that y'all had. It's mainly been regular plants and those purple flowers.
By the way, how are the blisters looking on my face? I remember that they only lasted for a day or something like that.
Yeah, they've cleared up.
Okay.
So give me a page. Give me a difficulty 4 speed test.
Me?
To see if you can avoid touching any of the purple plants as you try to make your way towards the river. And that'd be anyone else that's trying to do the same.
I suggest everyone to completely avoid touching them.
Yeah, I don't want to touch them. What difficulty?
Yeah, difficulty 4 speed. If you have any
Use
sort of...
effort if you want to.
Yeah, use effort. If you got any sort of movement skills that you think may...
Would training in stealth help with this?
I would say stealth would. Stealth is being careful in your movement.
I failed.
No.
Okay.
But I failed hard.
Yes. So look, Ferrum,
Oh, man.
you brush against a couple of plants as y'all move towards the river, but nothing seems to happen. Buddy, you're walking on... Okay, what order are y'all walking in? What's the marching order?
I guess Kato goes first, me second, and T-Bone last.
Yeah.
Okay, so you, Kato, you're just marching along. You're ducking and weaving in and out of the plants. Your focus is hard on the trail, and get like maybe a Terminator cinematic sequence of your view in first person and your heads up display little targeting reticles popping on the planets and highlighting them and plotting a dotted path ahead of you as you make your way successfully through the plants without touching any of them. And then behind you, Ferrum, you are trying to follow in Kato's footsteps, and you accidentally brush a couple of plants, and you cringe a little bit and stop and hold your breath and look around, but nothing seems to happen.
Well, not me.
No, that's Ferrum. And then once nothing happens, you keep moving, and you don't seem to touch any more plants.
Maybe it's the pollen
And
flowers.
T-Bone, with your one, you just
Crash
stumble
into
into a whole bush of them, and suddenly you're not with your buddies. And we're gonna say, as this is a GM intrusion, a free GM intrusion, you don't even make enough sound for your buddies to realize this, and they keep going, and probably don't recognize that you're not there until they get to the river.
Okay.
Wouldn't I notice it straight away? Unless he was very far behind me.
I'm gonna say that with the GM intrusion and your failure, you're a little distracted because you were afraid that you were about to teleport, so you didn't notice.
Using all your nanites to detect flowers.
Okay.
And let's see what happens.
Did I see it?
No.
Okay.
So T-Bone,
Yeah.
you come to your senses when you look up. The first thing you notice is the sound of rushing water.
Yeah.
And you're standing next to a large tree trunk right on the banks of the river. And the sun seems to be a little further in the sky than it was previously.
Man. No good.
So
I
if
would-
it's later in the day for him, where are we now?
You're almost to the river. And I'll say that it takes you about 3 or 4 minutes of walking before Ferrum realizes there's no sound and he can't sense, or she can't sense, T-Bone behind her.
I call out Kato and tell him that T-Bone is gone.
Did you see where he went?
No, but he might have. I suspect that he fell into one of the flowers and teleported. I don't know when and where.
That is unfortunate.
Yes, I suggest we keep on going.
Yes, we should press on.
Okay, T-Bone, what are you gonna do?
My brain, like, what the hell? First, I'm gonna try to get my bearings of where I'm at. So, is there a higher location, like a hill or something?
You notice to the west of you, on your side of the bank, there is a mountaintop, but you'd have to trudge through more of the flowers. And getting your bearings, give me a difficulty 2 perception check. Do you have like any training, any skills of tracking or?
About movement related tasks.
Yeah. What type of skill do you have?
It just says movement related tasks.
Ooh, that's an inability. So
Oh.
this would actually be harder. Wait, what?
What's his thing?
He's trained in stealth, but he has an inability in movement-related tasks. That seems to counter.
Well, I mean, he'd be good at trying to be quiet, I guess. Or like standing still and not moving.
Yeah, so I guess for like trying to avoid the flowers, he would have had an inability. But if you were trying to be quiet, you have to do some research, I think, and try to figure out what gave him that inability. He may
Probably his exist partially out of phase thing.
and then what gave him his stealth, because it may have.
He's stealthy is his descriptor.
But we'll say we'll use the movement related tasks in this instance for like trying to determine where you're at. So yeah, click that button. Yeah, you're not too sure where you are. You can't tell if you're further up the river or further down the river from where you were headed.
Fuck, dude. 3 number ones like in a row.
T-Bone, do you have 101 cash?
What's that?
You have a lot of cash.
No.
I don't think you should have that much.
I think you
Hello, that's-
spent. I think you spent some getting more arrows or something last time y'all bought stuff.
I don't have a lot of money. Why do you need it?
No, it just says that you have 100.
What?
I think maybe that's supposed to say 1.
Yeah, I think he had like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I have like 10.
Oh, well, there you go.
I miss.
Okay, so yeah, buddy, what's your plan? You're all alone, and you're at the river that you guys were headed to, and you know that y'all needed to head north and try to avoid the flowers.
Can I tell if obviously it's later in the day, so if it's later in the day, wouldn't I want to? Eventually, I want to meet up with the guys.
Maybe, depending on where you're at along the river. You could be to the south of where they were headed, or you could be to the north.
Well, I mean, I can tell by the sun, or can I do that in this plan?
That's what that that roll was for, to try to see if you could figure out where you were at.
Oh, okay, so then I'm screwed.
Yep, you're a little disoriented.
Well, I'd really like to find out where I'm at. So if that's the case, I'd like to move. Try to gotta find out where I'm at. I can't. So can I tell where the river was it flowing? Was it
Now the river is flowing to the south. So going to the tower would mean you would have to travel upriver,
so
up the current.
before with the way the other guys were going? Were they going with the flow or against the flow?
Well, they hadn't even reached the river. Y'all were walking through the woods, through the flowers towards the river when you transitioned.
Buddy would know that we were going to head upstream, though, right?
Right. Because y'all were going to head north.
Alright, yeah, so I want to head north up the river.
Okay, how are you going to do that? Remembering that touching flowers is bad.
Yeah. Is there a lot of flowers where I'm at right now?
Yeah, there's flowers everywhere. It's a little thinner close to the riverbank, so you could try and walk along the riverbank and avoid it, or walk in the water.
How deep is the water?
It's shallow for a couple of feet along the bank, and then it drops off, and it seems to be moving pretty fast. So you could walk in the shallows, but it might have a chance of getting swept away by the current, or you could have a difficult role of trying to avoid the flowers along the bank.
Could I pull out my shield? Walk with my shield. Would that teleport my shield or all of us?
You're not sure.
I want to pull out my shield and like walk stealthy. I don't want to intentionally like push it. Actually, no, I don't want to take out my shield. I want to find a stick laying around and I walk, and if there's a flower, I want to push it back by the stem. You know, kind of like pushing it back. I'm not actually touching the flower.
Okay. So, as you're moving forward, give me a difficulty 2 stealth roll. You're trying to not be teleported. Okay. That 20.
Man, I'm just getting crits.
And don't forget to apply the cost.
Okay.
Alright, so you're walking along and you're pushing flowers out of the way with the stick. And every time you pass one of the flowers after touching it, letting it go with the stick, it seems to vibrate and shimmer. And there's like a distortion wave going through the air around it. And after the second or third plant that you push in that manner, you and the stick vanish. And you guys, just as you're you're clearing through the brush and coming upon the river, you see Buddy appear in mid-step right in front of you.
Ahead of me.
Yep.
T-Bone,
Holy mackerel. What's going on?
you have returned.
Yeah, I got.
Welcome back.
Got transported and then tried to use my stick to push the flowers away, but that really didn't work. Eventually, they
seems-
nailed me.
Touching the flowers causes us to teleport. So are we near the river now?
Yep. You're standing on the bank of the river.
Alright, well let's head north, as close to the bank as we can away from the flowers.
Okay. So, it's a little easier to avoid the flowers. They're still kind of thick. It's the same thing as I said to Buddy. Y'all can try to walk or find some way to float in the river.
I'll walk in the shallow part of the river if it helps. I don't care.
So if you walk along the bank, it'll be a difficulty 2 stealthy type roll to try to avoid the plants. But some do hang out close to the water. If you're going to walk in the water, it'll be a difficulty 2 to try to not get swept away by the current. It's a little...
Even
not-
the shallow bit?
It's... Well, you know, like you may slip.
I guess.
Is it might or speed in the shallow water?
Let's do speed for kind of agility. There's kind of slick rocks and stuff on the bottom. Ooh, okay, Kato. And T-Bone, what are you gonna do?
Well, I was following them.
Okay. So, Kato. Farum starts to slip, and with that 20, I'm going to say you were able to reflexively reach out and snag her and haul her back up.
Thank you.
Watch your footing.
Yes.
Okay, so you're able to travel through without any more incident. Or let's see, let's say, what's the plan? You're gonna just move on. You're gonna try to camp at a certain point to have lunch or eat while you're
I say
moving.
The quicker we get out of this place, the better.
That's what I'm thinking, man. Eat while we're moving.
Yeah.
Okay. So after, by the time y'all get to, let's say, midday, even with the current against you, you're able to move pretty good speed and actually making some headway, not having to worry about the flowers teleporting you all over the crazy place. So yeah, you get to the midday point, and if you look on that little map, go north of the empty pit where it starts to curve to the west. Y'all come around that curve, and y'all can see the tower poking through the treetops.
Further than I thought. Drew us back.
Can you ping us where that's at?
We're basically at the E, right? On Violet Vale.
Right. Yeah, it's a... Let's see if I can share it. See if that'll pop it up for Buddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it.
And with this curve, the river actually starts to pick up speed a little bit more. Maybe a little treacherous to try to stay in the water.
Are the flowers still just all over?
It's actually, I'm gonna say the color looks a little lighter on the map, so I'll say that they're a little more sparse.
Okay.
So it would if y'all were to walk on the bank, it'd probably be like a difficulty 1.
Okay, well I walk on the bank with no issues then.
I get out of the bank as well.
Are we all proficient in stealth?
Yeah, give me another stealth check. Difficulty 1.
0.
I'm gonna use, before I go up, I'm gonna use applied observation, which makes me ultimately pass the check, since it's only 1.
Okay, yep. Yeah, you're starting to get the hang of this. I'm going to say that you're able to avoid any more encounters all the way up to just as it's getting dark, and you're able to retrace your steps, and you're back at where the river had curved around. Now it's headed straight to the north, so that where that curve is.
See that open field anywhere?
No, you're still kind of to the south of that.
Right. So it's just starting to get dark?
Right.
Yeah, I say we keep moving until it's actually dark.
Do we see any place where we can camp? Because might be good. Everyone doesn't have night vision.
Yeah, anyone with... Is there anywhere that doesn't have flowers that we could just...
Give
stay?
me a difficulty 2 perception. See if there's any place close to the bank that's clear enough to throw down a tent. Yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. It's a little rocky. There's like river stones along the bank here. That's caused the vegetation to be a little sparse. But yeah, you could set up a tent or two if you crouch them really close together. Of course, Kato doesn't really need one, but yeah, y'all could set up a really small, hasty camp. As long as the weather holds true and you don't have any sort of like flash floods, y'all should be able to camp out for the night.
Try to keep an eye out.
Also, I try to dry my clothes during the night, since they're pretty wet, at least at the ankles.
Yeah, you probably got doused a little bit as you stumbled and got caught.
Yeah, we also walked in the shallow grounds, parts of the war, so
Yep.
we're
So
probably wet.
yeah, y'all can go ahead and do any recovery rolls that you may need to do.
We're getting a full night's rest, right?
Actually, before you do the 10-hour one, give
I've been
me.
on up to 10 minutes so far.
Yeah, y'all can go ahead and do it all the way up to the 10-hour one if y'all need to. And how are you going to handle the shifts? Kato, everyone go to sleep and Kato will just watch, or you going to share shifts?
I
No,
mean,
I
if
can
Kaden
watch
wants
this.
to sleep, I'll watch.
I'm a robot, buddy.
Oh, okay, no problem, man.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't never shut off.
Oh, okay. I just don't want to cheat anybody out of it.
I'm gonna wake up like 2 hours earlier. As long as I'm gonna wake up like before the rest, so I can get the full night's rest. But I still, because I wanna write down in my journal everything.
Okay. And Kato, give me a D4 roll.
D4?
Yeah, we'll say on a 1 or a 4, there might be an encounter.
Wow, that's a pretty good chance of getting an encounter. It's like a 50% chance.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. So, while you're on watch, you hear a very loud roar.
Wake them up. Which direction is it coming from?
See, you're still on the eastern bank. It's actually on the western bank.
Oh, okay.
Kinda close. And then you hear...
Okay, actually, if it's on the western bank, then I won't wake him. I'll just try and stay as quiet as possible.
And then you hear a very loud scream of some animal.
Okay. Yeah, I just get low. Make sure there's no fires going.
And then it goes silent. And when you heard the scream, you saw some brush on the far bank move close to the water line, and then it got still, and you didn't hear or see anything else.
Just watching it.
Actually, give me a difficulty 2 because it's nighttime perception roll.
I have dark vision.
Make it a 1.
Isn't the river like 50, like very wide? Didn't you say that?
Further
That's
south.
supposed to be it.
Further south, it was pretty wide. It's you still would have to swim it, but it's not super wide. Other than contending with the current, it would only take a couple minutes to swim across, really.
Okay.
I accidentally put assets and effort on that, but it's a difficulty 0.
Okay, so yeah, you hear the sound of heavy footsteps moving further into the woods away from you.
Yeah, I just dead silence.
Yeah.
Just gonna wait it out.
And that's all that seems to happen for the rest of the night. Everybody wakes up.
Were the footsteps on our side or the other side?
Other side.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and y'all are free to continue on.
Just do the same thing.
So give me the let's see, the difficulty 2 stealth check to avoid the flowers.
I'm gonna do as before, use applied observation.
Okay, Kato's free and clear.
Trust my rolls tonight. Nope. Yeah, buddy.
Right, everyone succeeds. And I'm trying to judge the distance here. So early morning, before you even get to midday, I'll say y'all reach that intersection point. That Y
So
intersection.
there was a bridge?
Yeah, there was a bridge that went over it. Before y'all get to that, as y'all are walking, you get a clearer and clearer view of that tower.
Yeah.
You see that it's a tall ivory spire rising above the woods. It seems to be about 5 times the height of the tallest tree nearby.
Weiss is German for white.
I did not. And so yeah, when y'all get up to that intersection, you can see that there's a bridge that goes over the water, and there's a cleared path heading towards the tower where all the underbrush has been cleared out, so you don't have to worry about touching any flowers as long as you stay on the path.
Yep, sounds good.
I'm gonna ask Kato. Kato, if I stand with my back towards the tower and look directly at if I stand with my back towards the river and look directly at the tower, which direction is it? I'm gonna use my compass to make sure I know exactly what direction.
You can't put your back towards the river and look at the tower. It's on the other side of the river.
Okay.
And once y'all cross the bridge and stuff, I guess you could, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be there shortly.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure if we have to stray from the path that we know which direction we're gonna go. Since I have a compass.
I just point at it. It's directly to the west.
So if we lose sight of the tower, as long as we go west, we probably end up in its vicinity.
Yep. So it's only a few minutes walk from the bridge along the path.
Oh, okay. I thought it was much farther.
It's well, you can move a lot more freely on the path. The flowers and all the vegetation's been cleared out, so you don't have to walk slowly. And the path opens up into a wide clearing, kind of a grassy courtyard in front of the tower. These ivory steps going up to two tall wooden doors, and there's 2 bestial humanoids wearing no clothing and carrying no weapons standing guard on either side of the entrance.
Wait, what are they?
They look like crude, de-evolved humans.
They're just completely naked.
Yes, and give me a difficulty 1 perception check.
It's 0.
Okay, so you notice that they don't have eyes or a nose.
Okay.
Can I make a roll to see if I recognize them or heard anything about these creatures?
I don't even need to make a roll. You have not heard or seen anything like this.
I'm going to attempt to move up next to them without letting them hear me.
That is going to be a difficulty 4 because it's a wide open area. Like all the plants have been cleared out. Okay, so you're able to get off the path a little bit, and
I mean, right up to them.
yeah, they're gonna see you once you come. Unless you
You said that. Wait, didn't you say they don't have eyes?
they don't have any eyes, but that doesn't mean they can't see.
Yeah, kinda like me. I don't use my eyes to see.
Right, but you still have eyes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there are other ways of seeing besides that.
Okay. I was attempting to sneak up next to them with the assumption they couldn't see me.
Yeah, yeah. If you wanted to like try to skirt around and stay
No,
in,
it's
there's
fine.
some sort
That's
of.
what I was doing.
But yeah, yeah. They notice y'all as y'all come out on the path. Their heads kind of track in y'all's direction, but they don't make any movement or say anything.
Okay.
Do they react when Kiddo is up to them?
They seem to be waiting to see what you're going to do if you walk up the steps towards them.
I'm gonna look at them for a second and then attempt to go inside.
Once you try to move past them, they cross their arms across the entrance, put their arms out. They're pretty brutish.
We need entry.
And they kind of just shake their heads no.
It's the only entrance that we can see.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up so I'm like 15 feet from them and say, "Hello, I'm sorry. Do you recognize me?"
They heads slowly turn towards you, and their heads shake side to side in a no.
So you understand us.
And one of them nods its head up and down.
Do they look weak?
No, they look pretty tough.
Mm.
Actually,
Are there windows?
there's no windows that you can see. Now this isn't an exact replica because I couldn't find faceless creatures. So we'll say for this is them standing on either side of the door.
Do you know Sintra?
They shrug.
Have you seen anyone who is robotic?
They shrug. Actually, They nod, yes.
Where?
They don't give a reply.
I call out Kate. I only think they can answer to yes or no question. I asked them, has anyone passed by this to the tower recently?
They nod, yes.
Was it your master?
They nod, yes.
Is your master a robot?
They nod, no. And while you're talking, the doors open, and out walks a lady. Can I share this in a larger picture, or do I have to? It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of blurry, but that's what she looks like.
Does she look like the description of Sintra?
No. Okay, so out steps a lady that's tall, thin, and almost distractingly angular in her features. She doesn't look any of you directly in the eye, and her bearing almost seems like she's bored. Her gown looks very expensive. She kind of flicks one hand out towards you, and she's kind of straightens up into like a regal pose, and she says, "You'll stand in the presence of Lady Weiss, mistress of the Violet Vale. Why do you violate her lands with her presence? With your presence?"
We are here seeking a robot disguised as a woman.
And she kind of glances you up and down and raises one finger and taps it against her cheek. "A robot, you say? And
Like
why?
myself, but with skin.
And why would you think this robot was here?"
Is she fled into this forest?
If there wasn't robots here, they would be my property.
I am here, I am not your property.
Everything in the Vale belongs to me.
How do we get past the flowers unharmed?
She
If we're not welcome here, we need a way out. The flowers keep us from getting out.
She laughs. "Ah, yes. The beautiful flowers. They are quite the obstacle, aren't they?"
Yes.
She glances about, and I can see you have quite the predicament. Lady Weiss does know how to get out of the Vale safely. And at this time, following her out of the door are two other creatures. See if I can get a. Where's the description for these guys? The one on her right is wearing only a kilt. Clearly male in origin. He is muscular and holds a small device in one hand. But most intriguing is that he has a series of tall metal antennae and a cone-shaped array on top of his head, or top of his shoulders instead of a head. The other figure on her other side is clad head to toe in red plate armor and seems to be female. She has a sword and a shield. And her helmet is a metal cylinder with no features, no eye holes or any other openings. And it seems taller than it needs to be.
Does none of your servant have eyes? I ask her.
She kind of waves dismissively. Eyes can be a detraction. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. These here, and she points to the ones that walk beside her, are my children. Do you not think they are beautiful? And she looks over to the male one and says, I guess if you were here, then you have seen to your task?
What task?
And the antennae kind of swivel up and down. And she kind of cocks her head like she's listening to something. And she says, very well. I will see to our guests. And then we will see about your previous task. And she turns back
Can I
to you.
try to pick up that signal?
Doesn't seem to be electronic in nature.
Are the doors open, by the way?
They are slightly open. They're not fully open, but yeah.
What do I see inside? That doesn't stop me. As long as they're open.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you see a big, up to the limit of your vision, you just see like an open entry hall.
Do I see anything particular inside?
Not from what you can see. It just seems to be. There's some minor furniture. There's a rug going across the floor. Just seems to be a pretty big open space.
What kind of furniture are there?
Some tables, some benches, heavily cushioned.
After she remarks about the ice, I'm gonna say, yeah, I know about that, and I'm gonna recall all the furniture I can see on the inside.
Okay. Now you let her know that you can see the stuff? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
She stares at you intently and kind of steeple her fingers in front of her and Vile. What an intriguing specimen you will be.
What do you mean by that?
And she looks over the rest of your group and says, "So, you've traveled all this way looking for robots. I do know a little something about robots.
What do you know about this particular robot we're seeking? If not, we're gonna leave.
She kind of chuckles. Well, you are free to do that. We will see what the Pale Stalker thinks of that, though.
You meant?
Go ahead.
Do you mean the big creature living in the forest?
Indeed. It
Have you
seems
seen this machine that we are looking for, or not?
it is possible that Lady Vice could help you. But first, you must do something for me.
Is she bullshitting me?
She's maybe she seems to hold you in kind of contempt. She's looking at you all like you're beneath her, and she doesn't seem to be threatened, surrounded by her children. She's like, I can get you out of the veil if you so wish. And we can speak more of robots. But first, you must deal with the pest that I've been contending with for quite some time. This
So basically, it's one creepy bitch.
kinda, yes. The Pale Stalker has been eating my children and my creations, and I cannot allow this anymore.
We won't do anything about it until you give us information that we want.
Very well. You want information. And I want the creature killed. It does just so happen that there have been quite a few visitors to the Vale lately. And I do have a certain lady in me care. Quite an interesting specimen that I plan to make use of for my experiments.
Is she sentient?
Well, sentience is a matter of perspective.
Does she think on her own?
What does it matter?
It's important.
She does currently, but soon she'll be under the fold.
I would like to see her before we deal with this beast.
At
She-
least hold off your stuff until we talk to her. Your experiment.
She thinks a little bit, and she waves over to the red-clad, and she says, "Flynn, be a deal and go retrieve our guest." And Flynn bows, and you hear a metallic echo, "Yes, my mother." And Flynn turns and clinks off inside.
Yeah, but you're the Lady Wise, right? I ask her.
She nods. "Indeed, I am the Lady Vice, as I have told you."
You want something?
May we come into your foyer?
She taps her cane at her foot and says, "I think we will wait here."
Do you have any weapons that will help us kill the Pale Stalker?
She says, "I know my children will help with this. I've lost too many already. You've made it this far without succumbing to the beast."
Is it true that the plants take you to another planet?
Planet.
She kind of chuckles. "You've been studying the violet flowers."
I had a dream about the flowers, and in the flowers, I saw the flowers on another planet.
She nods. "Indeed, this vale did not used to have these wonderful protectors."
Is it possible to go to the other places on another planet with the flowers?
Well, that is hard to say. I have lost many creatures to the violet flowers before we've learned how to safely avoid them. Some come back, some don't.
What's the safe way to handle them? Since if we're gonna fight the creature, we need to be able to handle the flowers.
Well, my dear lady, it's actually quite very simple. You use numbers. She kind of taps a couple of the brutes on the shoulder. "I have no shortage of disposable pawns."
So, in order to handle the flowers, we need to send in many people.
I would not suggest that you take these tactics.
No.
I am sure you can come up with some way to ambush the beast and deal with him one way or another.
Do you know?
He himself is not of the Vale. He is as much of a victim as you.
Do you know if any yellow flower grows nearby? And the yellow flower seems to attract the beast.
She
It was the
says,
screams from your face that was doing it.
there are a few of those plants nearby, yes.
Okay.
And about this time, Friend returns. And oh my goodness, I don't have a Sintra. Okay, so yeah, she returns with someone in tow, and it is a woman matching the description of Sintra.
Okay.
Man, I can't believe I didn't make a character sheet for Sintra. Okay, so yeah, we'll just say that she's next to Friend.
Farm?
No,
No.
Sintra.
Like next to the red lady.
Yeah.
Okay. May I speak to her in private?
This will be close enough. And Sintra looks up, and she first notices you, Kato. And she seems taken aback, and she's like, "What are you
She
doing
wouldn't
here?"
know who I am.
She still says, "What are you doing here?"
We are here looking for you.
And then she notices Corvin, and she tries to move backwards, but Friend stops her from moving. And
As soon as she tries to step away, beat stick.
What'd you say? Beat stick?
Beat stick.
Oh,
as soon as you bring up your weapon, the brutes are going to get in front of you.
I'm gonna try and back her on the face.
Make your roll. It's going to be, jeez, I can't believe I don't have a freaking sheet for Sintra made up already. Let's go with a difficulty 4 because you're surrounded by Lady Weiss's allies.
Yeah, almost
Come
complete.
on! Ah!
So you go and swing, and the brutes step in the way, and they take the hit. How much damage does your sticky do?
He's in the charge on them.
Okay.
Is the door? Is she outside the door?
They're standing. Yeah, they're outside the door, standing on the steps. Well, the top landing.
Is she in front of the guards?
No. Lady Weiss and the other two are behind the guards. And
I mean, like, is she in front of those three?
she was just in front of Friend, and now Friend's kind of tugged her back and got the shield in front of her.
Yep.
And Lady Weiss says, "That will be quite enough of that. More damaging my property." And Sintra kind of nods her head towards Corvin and says, "What are you doing with him? You should not be near him. Why did you bring him near me?"
What's wrong with Corvin? I asked her.
This is the one we're hunting.
Yeah, I know, but she reacts badly to Corvin, and I want
Because she
to know why.
recognizes him.
Yeah, but I still want to know why.
Ooh, he'd tell you that.
But I'm asking her.
And I think before we get too much further, we should probably call it for the day. I'd like to keep going, but
Yeah, I think Corvin
Kinda-
should be here for this.
yes, this is
Yeah.
going to be...
That's exactly what I was gonna
He'd
say.
probably try and shoot her in the face or something.
Yeah.
Yes, this is going to get a little tricky without him here and some of the stuff I had planned. So I think we should probably end things before it gets too more advanced.
But it was a 3-hour session.
Yeah.
Yep, considering we haven't gotten to play in a while.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a tricky bit of stuff going through the flowers, and there was this big whole thing where they talked about teleporting around and encounters with the creature, and yeah, things are going to be interesting for the next session.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to start the stream now. I hope everyone watching enjoyed this, and be sure to check back in next time because story stuff is going to be happening. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Have a great day, and we hope to see you again soon. Well, I do at least. I hope my third does too.
You still there?